With Christmas around the corner, the mornings are quieter and the world feels more settled. Frozzy starts with a walk through the woods. No noise, no pressure. Just his footsteps and the cold air. He clears his mind and takes a few minutes for himself before stepping into the day. Back home, it's one of those now or wait till spring moments. Frozzy plants a birch he's always loved, then adds a pine close to the place reserved for the pond. Two small moves that start shaping the garden's story. There's always a second set of eyes in the garden. Sandy follows Frozzy around, interested in everything, as if she's supervising the whole scene. More than a dog, she's Frozzy's closest friend. After the last tree is set into the soil, the story moves indoors, not to rest, but to a quieter kind of work. On the workbench, a rough root waits. Frozzy turns it slowly, following every line, as if the wood is already hiding its final shape. Then, the root begins to wear a coat of white lichen, soft, like frost caught in bark. No rush, just patience, and a steady eye for detail. And when the final piece settles in, the root no longer looks like something left behind in the forest. It becomes a lichen tree, stabilized, preserved, a quiet piece of nature turned into art. The next day, Frozzy leaves early by car, heading to one of his favorite places. The drive is short, but long enough to leave the routine behind. At the base of the mountain, on a quiet stretch of hills, the view opens up. A wide lake with the mountains straight ahead. He slows down and stays there for a few minutes. Here is where our little artist recharges. This time, he gives himself a whole day just for nature, on a gentle winter day when everything feels simpler. You can feel the holidays in the air. Maybe it's the fog, making the whole landscape feel like a story. Or maybe it's because Christmas is only 2 days away. One thing is certain. Frozzy is getting the house ready for the winter holidays. And the first step is to make the place feel cozy. The crackle of the wood in the stove brings a sense of calm and joy. The warmth starts to settle in, and the fire casts a warm glow across the room. You can feel the holidays in the air all across town. People shopping for gifts, making their final preparations. Frozzy heads to the Christmas tree market to choose his tree, the one that will fill the room with lights and color. Sandy shows up right away, like she always does whenever Frozzy starts working on something. She stays close and asks for a quick pat, but her eyes keep drifting to the tree, curious, alert, watching everything. Inside, it's warm now. Frozzy unpacks the decorations and gets to work. He sorts the lights, untangles the garlands, and starts placing everything in its place. The Christmas tree takes shape, step by step. Christmas Eve is just a day away, and the list still isn't finished. Frozzy steps into his role, a little helper of Santa Claus, and for a moment, he leaves behind the warmth inside, the decorated tree, and that cozy mood in the room. One last thing remains: gifts for the ones he loves. So he heads to the Christmas market in his little town. At the market, one tradition never changes. Local bikers show up dressed as Santa Claus, bringing more than engine noise and cheer. They hand out gifts to children and to those in need. It's a scene that reminds you the holidays aren't just about lights. They're about giving and showing up for each other. While Frozzy is at the market choosing gifts, something special is being prepared at home. A traditional dish that shows up almost every holiday season, Romanian stuffed cabbage rolls, pickled cabbage leaves filled with minced pork, rice and spices left to simmer slowly. For Sandy, this is the best part. The smell draws her straight to the kitchen, where she stays close by, convinced something good will end up with her too. The smell drifts through every room. It's that quiet feeling of home before everyone comes together. Each cabbage roll is wrapped with care one by one. Some people use grape leaves, but this time it's pickled cabbage. Simple, traditional, unmistakable. Around Christmas, something in the air seems to change. The lights shine a little brighter. The evenings feel quieter. And every small detail starts to matter. Christmas Eve is the night when the magic feels strongest. And for children, it's the most awaited day of the year, because it's the night Santa Claus comes. Meanwhile, the preparations continue. Frozzy takes on his small mission, wrapping gifts for the family. One after another, the pile grows, and the evening slowly turns into Christmas. The gifts are ready, and the evening starts to settle in. On Christmas Eve, it's not only about what goes under the tree, it's about everything that gathers around it. Time, people, quiet. Frozzy closes the last box, and for a moment, there's only that good feeling, knowing something has been prepared for the ones you love. Outside, Christmas Eve begins to be heard. Footsteps in the street, voices, and then carols, songs that return every year like a sign that the holiday has finally reached the door. For a few moments, everything connects. Houses, streets, families, the same tradition carried forward. And when the carols fade softly into the background, what remains is the part children feel the most. The tree, the lights, the eyes that can't wait anymore, and an evening that promises something. For children, gifts are the moment that wipes away any tiredness, Laughter, surprise, paper torn open in a rush, and that genuine joy you can't fake. For a few minutes, everything gathers around them, and it feels like Christmas Eve finally finds its purpose. The evening doesn't end all at once. It fades gently, like a story told all the way to the last page. What remains are the faces, the feeling, and that simple sense that you were there, with the people you love, on the right night.